Thanks a lot. Matthew Lee, Inner City Press, on behalf of the Free UN Coalition for Access. Thanks for the briefing and the extensive answers. I wanted to ask, I'd meant to ask you about Libya, but since you mentioned Cameroon, I didn't expect that. Can you describe, like, you said the UN had asked you to go in. What exactly you do in the country? The Italian ambassador had mentioned the internet, and I wanted to know if in your work in Cameroon you're aware that the internet has been turned off in 2 regions of the country for more than 70 days, and what you think the UN should do about that. But particularly in Libya, because it's listed on your sheet, what is your work, and do you work with both the UN recognized government, and also there's some areas of the country that are not controlled by that government? Do you do any work there? I'm thinking of Ganfuda, but anything you could say about Libya would be great. And the question for Italy was actually, it had to do with that announcement on Friday. One, if you want to say what you fund of UNMAS in Libya, but what is the agreement between Libya and the tribes in terms of refugee flows? Because
listen, let's focus on UNMAS, and
well,
we take that offline. Thank you. Go ahead.
This has to do with mines and weapons.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Matthew.
Thank you. I'll try to cover as much as I can in Matthew's question. Cameroon, we had been aware for some time of the fact that Boko Haram in that region was resorting to IEDs. It became more obvious to the local countries like Nigeria and Cameroon, I mean the Lake Chad Basin, I would say, in the recent past. The UN country team, the humanitarian side of the country team, called on UNMAS to deploy a couple of experts to actually give them an assessment of the situation and recommend a few actions. So the assessment was clear, there is an issue, and as much as it is not yet an extensive issue in our view, the perception is there. We need to address the perception, and we need to prepare the population.